Here's what nobody tells men over 35 about cardio. The guys avoiding it to save muscle are actually the guys losing muscle the fastest. And I'll prove it in today's video with science. You've been told that cardio kills gains. That's why you skip it. But after 35, your cardiovascular system declines 2 times faster than your strength. That underlying decline is limiting the results you see from every workout that you do. And the irony is the men doing zero cardio to protect muscle have 40% worse recovery, higher cortisol levels, and actually lose more muscle over time than the guys who do cardio correctly.
I've coached nearly 2,000 men through this exact transition to achieve results such as Sean's at 51, Dale's at 42, and even Martin at 65. And in the next 10 minutes, I'll show you the cardio protocol that actually enhances muscle growth after 35, and why avoiding it is one of the worst things you can do to sustain muscle as you age.
Let's be honest, most men over 35 live in fear of 2 things: losing muscle and looking skinny fat, and becoming more immobile as they age, leading to a lower quality of life. So they double down on what worked when they were 25. More sets, more weight, zero cardio. But here's what's actually happening inside the body when you don't test your cardiovascular system.
Your VO2 max drops 10% per decade after 30. This is a direct indicator of lifespan. But this decline also means that your recovery between sets decreases, your energy takes a nosedive, and ultimately your work capacity plummets. Think about it. You used to bang out 5 sets and feel fine. Now 3 sets leaves you gassed. And while training used to energize you, now training can often leave you more burnt out than before you did it. That's not getting old. That's poor recovery capacity. And that is so often down to cardiovascular insufficiency. And here's the thing, the guys who can't catch their breath between sets, they're the ones losing the most muscle, because muscle growth requires one thing above all: the ability to train with sufficient volume and intensity. No cardio equals no capacity equals no growth, and it's as simple as that. But cardio kills muscle, I hear you say. Let me destroy this myth with data. A 2021 meta-analysis of 43 studies found cardio plus lifting preserved 18% more muscle during a fat loss phase than lifting alone. Recovery markers improved by 35%. Total weekly training volume increased by 22%. The cardio kills gains myth comes from one specific scenario: extreme calorie restriction, under 1,500 calories per day, plus excessive cardio of 2 hours plus per day. Plus, on top of this, high volume weightlifting. That's not cardio killing muscle, that's starvation, because you've created such a huge deficit your body cannibalizes muscle tissue because it has no other choice. Here's what actually happens when you add smart cardio. You get better nutrient delivery to the muscles, faster waste removal between sets, enhanced mitochondrial efficiency, improved insulin sensitivity.
So what does all of this mean in layman's terms? Well, it means your muscles get fed better, they recover faster, and they perform and grow way more efficiently. The science is not vague on this. Aerobically fit men build muscle more effectively than those who avoid cardio. Don't let the bro science deceive you on this.
Look, let's get real about what really happens around the age of 35 and beyond if you don't prioritize your health. Year 1, you feel fine. Year 3, you need longer rest between sets. Year 5, you can't maintain the same training volume. Year 7, joint pain from poor recovery. And year 10, on blood pressure meds, so on and so on and so on. And we know how it goes from there. But this timeline looks entirely different with smart cardio added in. Year 1, better pumps, faster recovery. Year 3, training harder than most guys 10 years younger. Year 5, still making gains. Year 7, peak cardiovascular health. Year 10, outlifting your former self. I've seen this story hundreds of times with our Alpha 21 clients. But here's the harsh truth.
If you're neglecting cardio, then listen very closely. Every workout you do with poor cardiovascular fitness is a compromised workout. You're leaving a great deal of results on the table every single session.
Now, if you've made it this far, you deserve to know what the exact protocol is for optimizing your cardiovascular efficiency and maximizing your muscle growth. So without further ado, here is the exact protocol. Weeks 1 to 4, building your base. If you're new to cardio, you just need to start slow. 3 to 5 times per week, 20 to 30 minutes, zone 2 cardio, which is 60 to 70% of your personal max heart rate. This is what we call a conversational pace, because the best way to gauge it is by assessing whether you can still hold a conversation while doing it. If you can't, then it's too fast. Uphill walking on a treadmill, light cycling, even a light row on a Concept 2. That's it. No sprints, no suffering. This slower form of cardio, known as LISS, low intensity steady state cardio, is incredible for 3 things. Firstly, using fat as the preferred fuel source, making it a phenomenal tool for getting lean when used properly. Number 2, building metabolic flexibility, meaning your body learns to utilize fats at higher intensities before switching over to carb use. And number 3, optimizing mitochondrial health, which is the foundation of energy metabolism and also a key player in longevity. Week 5 to 8, extending the duration. This phase is super simple. Keep the same intensity, but increase the duration to 40 to 50 minutes, still at the same conversational pace. This is where the magic happens. Your mitochondria multiply, your capillary density increases, your recovery accelerates. Then we have weeks 9 plus, strategic intensity. Add 1 higher intensity session weekly, just 1. 10 minutes of interval training, 1 minute moderate, 30 seconds harder. Repeat this for 10 minutes or thereabouts. This improves VO2 max without crushing your recovery.
Now, here are some golden rules for cardio. Never do hard cardio or prolonged cardio before lifting weights, as it will take energy away from the strength session. Also, if you're in a growing phase, make sure you fuel extra for the cardio. Then you want to make sure you're keeping 80% roughly of your cardio at a conversational pace and only 20% max above that conversational pace. You will notice while doing this that if you're tracking resting heart rate, there will be a significant drop with this simple framework in place, and that suggests cardiovascular efficiency has improved.
You can add more higher intensity cardio in as you progress, but understand this. As you progress the intensity, duration, and frequency of moderate to high intensity cardio, that form of cardio in the 70% max heart rate zones and above, you will create stress on the body that you will need to recover from. Too much of this type of cardio can take away from the performance you see in the gym and prevent muscle growth and even lead to a loss of tissue. So always beware of that. Now, here's something really powerful you can add in to really challenge that cardiovascular system without creating too much stress that hinders your muscle growth. At the end of your strength sessions, perform what I call glycolytic sprints for short bursts with short rest periods and only for a few sets. For example, pick a low impact form of cardio like an air bike, rower, or ski erg and set a timer for 30 seconds of effort with 30 seconds of rest. The 30 seconds of effort is you giving everything you possibly can. You're maxing out. 30 seconds of rest is complete rest. Start with just 4 sets for a total of 4 minutes. That will be hard enough, believe me. You can then progress this upwards, but do not exceed 8 minutes because this starts to be too much stress for the body. This type of training is incredible for training the VO2 max and getting the body super efficient at utilizing carbohydrates as the fuel source.
Now listen, here's what most guys completely misunderstand because they're listening to the bro science. Cardio isn't taking away from your lifting if you know how to use it. It's actually allowing you to make more progress faster. Think of cardio as active recovery, work capacity training, and longevity insurance because it also has the added benefit of actually making you live longer. Cardio is also muscle building support. Those hench 50-year-olds you see in the gym, they're not avoiding cardio. They've mastered the balance and they understand the real data behind cardio.
The men who age best do 5 things. They lift consistently, they do intelligent cardio, they eat to support both, they sleep like a baby, and they regularly assess their health markers and blood work through comprehensive testing. Skip any one of these and the system can easily break down. So for you watching this now, starting tomorrow, implement the simple protocol I've explained in this video alongside your usual strength training program and watch not just your muscle growth and gym performance improve, but feel what it does to your energy, your mental clarity, and every other aspect of your health. Look, the bottom line is this: if you're over 35 and skipping cardio, you're not protecting your gains. You're guaranteeing their decline. The choice is simple. Add 60 to 90 minutes of easy cardio weekly now, and maybe throw in some moderate to high intensity sessions too, as discussed, or lose the ability to train hard in 5 years, as so many men do as they age. The men who dominate after 35 don't avoid cardio, they use it strategically. Now you know how. The only question is this: will you? And listen, if you enjoyed this video and found it valuable or inspiring, then I've got something for you. Chances are you've got all the way to the end of this video because you want to build more muscle, right? So after this video, continue on to the next video where I talk about the biggest mistakes men make with their strength training that kills their results. And it also explains how to train effectively to build muscle like all of these guys in spite of their age. And as always, if you want more videos like this, then hit subscribe for more weekly content. See you soon.